What up, guys? It's Jesse with Vintage X Mobile Detailing. We're based out of Los Angeles, California. What we got here right now is going to be an express package that we're doing for one of our clients, one of our regulars. We'll go ahead and show you the process now.
All right, Jesse. So, what do you start with, the inside or the outside first?
So what we do with our process is we go ahead and we do the inside first. The reason being is, we want to make sure that we get all that dust out, all the particles, but we also don't want to track in water into the client's vehicle. So we go ahead and start with the inside first, then we move our way to the outside and start that process.
Did you start out doing this at the very beginning, or is this something you learned along the way?
This is kind of something that we learn periodically just from doing vehicles and stuff like that. Some people have foundation issues and the water might hang around a little bit longer than, anticipated. So we go ahead and just, we kind of learn that on the way.
Gotcha. And have you ever tracked in lots of water where maybe a customer got upset?
No, we definitely established the issue early on, and then we went ahead and made sure that we corrected that issue. So definitely no complaints on our end.
So Jesse, let me ask you something real quick. How did you find these clients?
So we have a number of clients different ways, but a lot of it's word of mouth and stuff like that. If you do good work, clients will recommend out, stuff like that. So we'll get some calls periodically from that. Also, a big thing is Instagram, social media platforms. It really helps out.
I gotcha. And I've noticed with a lot of people who do detailing, Instagram's a big thing for them.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that has a lot to do with, people really judge this kind of, like you're finishing work with their eyes, the before and after? Do you think that has something to do with it?
That plays a big part of it. A mentor of mine always told me, whatever, if somebody doesn't see it, they don't know that you did it. So it's definitely good to document, along your journey and stuff like that, and show before and afters, and let the clients know that this is the work that you provide. This is what can be done. Some clients aren't, really, they don't know that there is mobile detailing out there. So it's good to kind of let them see what's going on and how they could be a part of it as well.
So, Jesse?
Yes, sir.
Any difficulties with this job so far?
No difficulties at all. We actually did a full detail on this vehicle and applied a ceramic coating, so it definitely has some good protection on it. So right now it's just before the weekend. We're gonna lift some sand. The client goes to the beach a lot. We're gonna lift some sand out and stuff like that. Really light, really minimal work, but definitely a maintenance package is needed.
Is sand the most difficult thing to take off, versus dirt?
We have a number of products for different applications. Sand is definitely a big part of the detailing process and stuff like that, especially being in Southern California. We deal with sand a lot, so yeah, I could say it does add on to the job a little bit. Pet hair would be another one and stuff like that. So that's why it's good for our all detailers out there to kind of add an extra charge for that stuff like that and make sure makes the job worth it.
Do you think that maybe detailers who live by the beach, do you feel like that's a pretty good selling point, that you clean sand? Do you think that's something that could be good to advertise?
Yeah, that's definitely a bonus. Definitely the sand, and then also salt in the air. It can affect vehicles in different ways, especially older vehicles. So it's definitely good to kind of let your clients know the services that are being provided and what you can do to help them.
How long should this job take?
This job should take, I'd say about 30 more minutes. We definitely don't want to rush the process, but it is a light cleaning today for this vehicle. Nothing too crazy.
So, Jesse, how long have you been detailing?
I've been detailing over throughout the years. Started with personal vehicles. One of my first jobs was actually cleaning a car. So that's like the first $5 I earned when I was about 10 or 11. So always had a love for cars, a love for cleaning cars, and you know, just kind of liking everything to be clean and looking nice. Definitely started doing it over the years, and it kind of just grew into more of a passion. I did step into a number of different fields, filling things out, kind of seeing what I liked. Realized that the 9-to-5, you know, situation wasn't, you know, exactly what I wanted to get into. So definitely looking into, you know, just being an entrepreneur and easy startup business, but also something that I love to do, and it brought me to auto detailing.
Nice. And what kind of equipment did you start off with?
I started off with some heavy machinery. I did kind of get into pressure washing a little bit, so definitely put my best foot forward. I had a big pressure washer, about 4,200 psi, super overkill for vehicles, so definitely had to lower that down and stuff like that. It was a little bit too big for the setup that I run now. Also the generator, that one was a little bit big as well. That could kind of, you know, run a residential home and stuff like that. So definitely want to keep everything really simple. So the setup I have now is, you know, a little bit more simple compared.
And how many people are part of your business?
So I have myself, and then I have 2 detailers that help me periodically. Usually I'm by myself. I like to work by myself, and you know, like to, you know, make sure everything's smooth and run how I like it to run. Definitely when I need some help, especially during those summer months, you know, I definitely have a few guys that are willing to help.
All right. And what are your plans for next year with your business?
You know what, my plans are to definitely keep mobile, stay mobile. We're going to be wrapping the van soon. About next week we're going to be wrapping this guy, but also downgrading to some smaller vehicles, some smaller you know, ProMaster City vans or something like that. I think those are something that, you know, we should look into a little bit more, just because of how the gas prices are going in Los Angeles. It's really heavy. Just kind of want to keep our costs low and, you know, maintain our good ROI.
Awesome. And for those that don't know what ROI means, like, you know, people that are brand new in business, what does that mean?
ROI is a term that we use, is return on investment. So, you know, definitely when you start a new business, you want to keep your costs down, and just kind of make sure that you get your ROI, your return on investment. So if I were to put, you know, $1,500 down and start a business, start something kind of small, you
got somebody interested.
Hello. Yeah, I can give you my card. Would you like a card?
Okay, so we were doing an interview right now. I was asking
Yes.
some questions, and a car just pulled up. What happened?
So we had a potential client, you know, kind of ask for our card, but also ask, you know, what we do and what services we provide. I noticed that she had a dog. I told her that, you know, we're excellent at removing dog hair and stuff like that. Might be a little bit too much for her at times. So you know, kind of explained our services. She said she was local. We said that we're in the Redondo Beach, Los Angeles area. She's a South Bay resident, so we told her that we'd definitely come by. She told us that she'd like to book an appointment and proceed with our services. So that was awesome.
What is that right there?
This right here is a company called Griot's Garage. This is awesome. I've went through a number of different tire sprays, but when we're here in, you know, the auto detailing industry, especially mobile detailing, something that works, you know, something fast. You don't have to get your hands oily, especially when you're cleaning some windows and stuff like that. It's a good product to have. Really easy application. Doesn't have any drip, so definitely a go-to for us.
So Jesse, what was your biggest struggle when first starting out your detailing business?
My biggest struggle, I think that especially with a lot of people, is just attracting new clients and getting people through the door. That's something that we definitely have to work on as well. You know, just kind of making sure that, you know, we are reaching them in an effective manner. So I think just reaching clients, products are fairly easy. If you do your research, you put your best foot forward, that's definitely something that would work out as well in your favor.
Nice. And where are we at with this detail so far?
So right now we're just checking a few things, making sure everything's good before we leave. We always want to do a thorough inspection, especially if you see any new scratching. You want to definitely tell the client, you know, hey, I see this going on with your vehicle, we want to go ahead and get that done for you, or if you'd like to get that done on the next service, we'll definitely come by. So you want to look for any new scratching, especially with your maintenance clients. They kind of depend on you to see, you know, if there's anything that they didn't see. Maybe somebody opened the car and, you know, tapped their car or something like that. Definitely want to make sure you bring up any of that. But other than that, definitely just checking everything, making sure we see any drippage, we address that. Any other issues, make sure we move forward with that as well.
Awesome. And is there any advice you would give yourself when you first started out this business?
Advice I'd give is, you know, it's kind of hard, you know, to, you know, take your own advice, but definitely just not really putting too much pressure on yourself, you know, also having fun with it, you know, especially that this is being my passion. You know, you don't want to turn it into something, because then a lot of people get the employee mindset where they, you know, they need to work really, really hard. And sometimes, you know, not that you don't need to work hard, you definitely are going to be working hard, you know, starting your own business, whatever it is. But it's definitely giving yourself room to grow. I think that that's something that I would have gave myself that advice back then. Also, you know, just, you know, having fun with it and taking that approach, and, you know, working harder is not always working smarter.
All right, Jesse, so you're almost finished. Car's looking very good, very clean.
I appreciate it.
So how much did this detail cost?
So this detail is one of our maintenance packages. So we start that at about $59.99, so about 60 bucks. It's gonna include inside and out. It is a little bit more competitive compared, but it's just because we really want to just give quality work that, you know, the average person could be able to afford, not inconvenience them with sending them out to go, you know, wait in line at a car wash place, or just going through the regular wash, because sometimes that doesn't work, especially with oversized vehicles as well, or, you know, just making sure you get a good cleaning. So we want to definitely provide some competitive services at affordable prices.
I gotcha. And what would you recommend for this client's next wash? Would you recommend maintenance, something else, or waxing?
For this vehicle specifically, they do head out to Vegas periodically. So I did notice some spillage in the back. Might have been due to some food. So we discussed with the client, you know, hey, we see this, and, you know, they actually, you know, their sales recommended that they get a shampoo. So that's something that we recommended as well. Shampooing package would definitely be awesome for this, just to kind of get those stains out and stuff like that, and just keep everything smelling nice and fresh. So that's something I'll recommend. Okay guys, so what we had here was an express package, you know, also known as the maintenance wash. We went ahead and knocked that out, so we're gonna go on to the next one. So if you wanna follow me on my journey, feel free to check the information down below, or also you can go right there to Instagram, type in Vintage X SoCal. Again, that's Vintage X SoCal, and then you'll find my information there, as well as our YouTube channel. And I'll see you on the next one.